What is up, everyone? It's Stephanie here, and I am bringing you the third episode of Infernal TV. This whole episode is dedicated to Tampa death metal band Insatanity. They're currently working on a new album. They just played Las Vegas Deathfest, and they're planning on performing even more locally here in Tampa. This episode features an exclusive interview with bassist and vocalist Chris Lytle, as well as featuring a couple of new songs from their new album. Insatanity was formed in 1992, originally located in Philadelphia, but later relocated to Tampa, Florida. Throughout their career, Insatanity has suffered several lineup changes. But Insatanity has always prevailed, and they proved themselves to keep releasing new material and constantly playing shows. Insatanity currently has 5 releases. They have been touring extensively ever since 2005, and they have been playing festivals for over 10 years now. Check out this interview with Chris Lytle. Chris discusses playing Las Vegas Deathfest, he talks about new music, and he talks about how they're trying to get label support. What's up, everyone? This is Stephanie here with Infernal TV, and I'm here with Chris Lytle of Insatanity. So how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. So let's just start with Las Vegas Deathfest. You know, you just played the event, and you said that it went really well. So, you know, just give us more insight on that.
It was a good time hanging out with everybody. Haven't seen it in a while. We got a chance to play some new stuff, which went over well. So that was a plus.
Awesome. Well, that was actually going to be my next question. How was the reaction to the new material that you played? Pretty
well, yeah. I was actually excited to see that it went all well with the old stuff as well. So everybody was moving. It was good.
Right, dude. And I saw all the pictures on Facebook of your name on the marquee. I bet that was really exciting.
Yeah,
right?
We didn't expect that when the promoter Mike hit us up and he's like, "Hey, check this out." I was like, "That's pretty cool," you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Didn't expect it, especially we weren't really headlining anything. We're just there. We finished off the first stage, but we still didn't expect it. It was nice.
Alrighty, so now let's just discuss the new music. I mean, I know you mentioned it before, but and I know you released a couple songs already, but with the entirety of the album, I mean, is there anything that we should be expecting, or?
Well, it's a combination of we've been writing it for a couple of years now with some of the old guys, and then I moved down here, and so we put it all together, and it gelled really, really well with some stuff we had written, and we added to it. We added a couple older songs to try to put it in because it's this year is the 25 year of us being around, so we kind of added like everything together from back then to now. So it's gonna be it came out to really good. I can't wait to finish recording it.
Right, and well, I mean, I know with the songs that you released already, because I can kind of get that, like with Eidolon of the Blind, it's more progression rather than just, like, I mean, it's a brutal song, but, it's just more progression rather than just straight death metal. So, I mean, with that particular song, like, was it more of, like, some of the more progressive, well, I shouldn't say progressive, I should say more of, like, the technical death metal that you went into, or was it more, like, just other influences for that song?
Yeah, it's more that, been around for a while and listened to even the newer bands, and there's some bands, like, I haven't heard before, like, I don't know, back then, but now, that I got influenced in, and we added it in there, because, we wanted to try to do more than just what we were doing. And we enjoyed what we were doing, but we just wanted to add some more to it.
Pronounce this wrong, but Seed of Baal? Baal. Oh, sweet. I pronounced it correctly. I looked at this. I'm like, I'm going to mess up on this in the interview. I know I am. Okay, so Seed of Baal. So that song is the more straightforward, brutal song.
Yeah.
So was that one of the songs where, you dipped into some of your classic discography and you're like, I just want something like this, but more powerful, more in your face? Or what was your approach?
That song came out kind of weird. Like, we were working on stuff, and we had actually a lot more riffs in it when we got it, and then we're just sitting around and we put it together, and it just came out real short and sweet, and it's just real fast and brutal. And we said it's just perfect the way it is.
Alrighty, well, let's just start talking about Tampa because, I mean, you mentioned that you moved down here. I think I met you not too long after you moved here.
Yeah, I've only been here 3 years.
Okay, so I mean, now where are you from again? I know
Philly.
Philly. Okay, I was like, I know it's up north. So, well, I mean, Philly even does have a good scene as well. But I guess, like, what is your perception of Tampa scene? You know, and whether it's, you know, all the bands that are here and all the shows and, you know, just being in the death metal capital of the world. So, I mean, and how does Insatanity kind of blend in with all of that?
Well, I hope we blend in well, but the scene's pretty good. You know, we met a lot of good people, and a lot of people come out, and it's always a good time playing. We haven't played much down here because we had some lineup changes, you know, getting back together.
Right.
Finally got a silent lineup, and then we just want to focus on recording because we haven't put out things in a long time. So we got to get back out there and put out something new because we're getting tired of playing the old stuff over and over again and not giving anybody some new stuff. So when we had all that stuff on the back burner, now we can get to put it out, and that's what we're looking for.
Right. Well, that's one of the things I liked about Insatanity is that you all are like super like, you know, I'm thinking like Suffocation, like that old brutal death metal sound. And that's like perfect for the Tampa scene. Especially, I mean, Tampa has more diverse bands, a lot of genres, but I mean, we still have, in my opinion, have the most solid death metal bands. And I think Insatanity is a great example of that.
Well, thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. So, well, let's just start talking about, you know, just that classic, you know, whether it's Tampa death metal or, well, let's just do Tampa death metal, because I feel like you kind of do, you know, ride that sound, you know, just, you know, playing classic death metal and just kind of how it kind of blends in with the new generation, you know, fans or the new generation bands and, you know, playing with, you know, some of the younger bands and all that.
Well, I mean, all the old stuff is still good. I mean, everybody loves hearing it, and when you go to the shows, everybody wants to hear the classics. I mean, I like the new stuff too, and they're still getting used to it. But like that stuff, it just holds on, and that's what everybody wants to hear. And then even the new bands, they grab on that old stuff, and that's what they kind of influence them, and that's why all they kind of gels together real well.
Oh yeah, it's all about the old school, right? Well, now that when you and I were talking about the interview and everything, that you were mentioning that you're going to reach out to labels. So, yeah, just I guess describe that. Just how I know you mentioned that you're still working on the new album, but from then, how are you? Or what is your? I don't whether you want to call it an approach or, like what you're gonna do for yourself to try and reach out to some labels.
We're just going to get, basically everybody does is gets the package together. But we put out a couple songs, that feelers that we haven't put online that we let other people hear. And we're getting pretty good feedback from what we hope it is.
Oh,
so
awesome. Yeah.
so we think we got a couple like foreign labels, smaller ones that are ones, but we're going to see if we can get something bigger as well.
Yeah.
Just see if it's out there. You can't do it if you don't try,
Exactly. Yeah. Always good to weigh out your options. Yeah. But now you've obviously done a lot of work DIY. Like you've, like played Las Vegas Deathfest and done some other festivals, and obviously you play in Tampa, and you're doing, you're recording an album, and you've been around for 25 years. So, like, I guess just talk about the importance of DIY and how or what that will do for when you are signed and everything.
Well, get your fan base out there. That's the most thing. If you don't keep trying to keep on top of putting things out, you get stale and people forget about you. So it gets hard sometimes if when you have lineup changes and you're kind of dormant for a little bit. But as soon as you get back there, you just got to keep bowling it over and getting it out there so people know what's going on. Keep interested in yourself, because if you don't keep interest in yourself, no one's going to keep interest in you as well.
Oh, most definitely. I can't agree more. All right, and I mean it's the last question, but do you just have like any closing words, anything that you want to tell the fans, any maybe something that you wanted to say that I never said, or it's stage is all on you now?
Well, we just want everybody to listen to us and enjoy what we do, and we look forward to getting out there and bringing it to you.
Hell yeah, everyone. Thank you for watching. And Chris said that Insatanity has a lot of great things going on. They're working on new music. Hopefully they can get some label support because this is a very hardworking band. They deserve it. And I mean, I'm sure you'll see them, whether it's playing shows locally here in Tampa or traveling and playing a festival. You'll be seeing a lot more of Insatanity. So stay metal, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed that interview. There is one reason why I'm so proud about being from Tampa. It's all the amazing bands that have either come out of here or are currently based in here, and Insatanity is definitely one of those bands. Before we get to listening to the new material, I want to give you a heads up about a show that Insatanity is going to be playing in Tampa. On September 16th, Insatanity is going to be playing the Brass Mug. And joining Insatanity is going to be Grave Rot, Vilus Breed, Demon Fuck, and Murder Ride. This is for their 25th anniversary show, so be sure you come out and party and see a whole bunch of awesome bands. So stay tuned and check out the track for Eidolon of the Blind. I hope you all love that track. It's definitely a little different than what they've done in the past, but I think they went a great direction with it. So now let's go into something a little bit more familiar. Let's go into Seed of Baal. And Chris surprised me by sending me a third song called Upon the Ivory Throne. Now, I think the song is a combination of Eidolon of the Blind and Seed of Baal, but how about you tell me what you think in the comments? Thank you all so much for checking out episode 3 of Infernal TV. And whether you're already familiar or a fan of Insatanity and you maybe found out they're releasing new music, or it's the first time you're hearing the new material, or maybe you just found out something new about the band, really appreciate you all tuning in. And maybe if you just stumbled upon this episode not really knowing who Insatanity was and are now a fan because of it, that is super freaking awesome, because this is totally a band you want to keep checking out. And just like Chris said in the interview, they are coming out with a new album. The songs featured on Infernal TV are all super solid, super raw, just straight up brutal death metal, the way it should be. So definitely keep up on the new album when it comes out. If you live in Tampa, obviously Insatanity is going to be playing in Tampa. But even if you live somewhere else, then just follow their Facebook page. See if they're going to be touring or playing a festival near you, because this is a band that tours and does festival runs. All of Insatanity's social media is in the About section of this video, so go ahead and follow them and keep up with everything that they are doing. And also subscribe to the Infernal TV YouTube channel. We are constantly releasing episodes, interviews, features, and also follow Infernal TV on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of that is in the About section of this video. So keep following that. Everything we're doing, I will appreciate it very, very much. So stay metal, everyone.